And good morning, Ms. Rubin.
Good morning.
And do we have the Farsi interpreter on the line?
Good.
Is that a yes?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is from the interpreter services. She's connecting right now. Give me one
Okay,
moment.
no problem. Thank you very much. And good morning to you. Good morning, ma'am. Are you the Farsi interpreter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Mr. Ahmadi here, and I think we're ready to get going.
Okay. آقای احمدی سلام.
Salam.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Ahmadi. Can you please tell me your name?
میگه سلام علیکم آقای احمدی لطفا نامتان بگو.
سلام به شما. نام من کل نام من عبدالعظیم است اما در آیدی عبدال نوشته است.
My name is Abdul Azim, but on my ID it says Abdul.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. You're here on new charges out of city court, multiple counts of domestic violence that are alleged to have occurred last night.
میگه که امروز شما را امروز آوردن و باز چیزی که هست که مشکلات فامیلی جنگ فامیلی اینا بوده که دیشب این واقع رخ داده.
Sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say about this case can be used against you.
میگه شما میتونین که در همه حالت خاموش باشین برای که هر چیزی که شما بگوین امکان داره که او بر ضدتان استفاده شود.
Sir, I'm going to hold you on a $2,000 cash or secured bond.
میگه که حال چیزی که هست باید $2,000 پیسه نقد به ضمانت بگذارین که بتونین برای.
And I'm imposing additional conditions, sir.
و همچنان دیگه چیزایی هست که براتون میگم که اونا رو باید انجام بدین.
And that includes that you are to have you're to commit no acts of domestic violence.
میگه این چیزی که هست اینا که شما به هیچ صورتی نمیتونین که دیگه کدام جنگ فامیلی داشته باشید.
Possess or consume no alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs.
و نمیتونین که مواد مخدر یا اسلحه چیزی داشته باشید.
Possess no firearms or weapons.
و اصلا نمیتونین که داشته باشید.
And have no contact of any kind with Kamar Ahmadi.
میگه که به هیچ صورتی نمیتونین که همراه قمر احمدی به تماس شوید.
Additionally, sir, you are not to return to the incident location or the victim's residence, which I'm assuming is the same place.
میگه که چیزی که هست شما اجازه ندارین که در اون جایی که ایغال مغال شده که من فکر میکنم خانه تان است و هیچ صورتی نمیتونین اونجا شما برید.
And sir, do you have belongings at the incident location that you would need to get?
میگه آیا شما کالا یا وسایل چیزی در اونجا دارین که شما باید از او خانه بگیرید؟
چیزایی هست.
Yes, there is some things.
Okay, you're allowed to do that, sir, one time with law enforcement. You can only return if you have a law enforcement escort.
میگه که یگانه راهی که شما میتونین اونجا برین که چیزایی که ضرورت دارین که بگیرین، ولی باید امرایتان پلیس باشه. پلیس باید امرایتان بره، تنهایی رفتن نمیتونین.
نه او طورم میشه و همین بچه های خود که بگم بچه های مکلان است دو آدرس میاره.
It's okay. My sons are old enough that if I tell them, they will bring the stuff to where I'm going to be staying.
That is fine.
کاری نداره، میشه او کار بکنین. ولی اگر برین باید امرای پلیس برین. I just told them if you do go, you have to have a police officer with you.
Okay, thank you very much. And sir, I am appointing an attorney that's going to be the city public defender to represent you.
میگم ما براتون وکیل از طرف دولت براتون میتم.
And your next hearing is a hearing in city court on October 15th. That's next Wednesday at 1:30 in the afternoon.
میگه که چی دیگه؟ Your Honor, I will not be available that day. I have another case that day.
Okay, well, if you have, where's the other case, sir?
It's but other cases in it's in person in Superior Court.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is that Madam Interpreter who's unavailable?
That's right, because I have a case at 1:30. It's a hearing. It will be in person. I will be in the court.
Okay. What we're going to need to do is, I think, just keep that date for now, and then Mr. Amati, if you could translate it, that Mr. Amati should let his attorney know that may need to be rescheduled in order to have an interpreter there.
Okay. میگه که برای که روز 15 ساعت 1:30 بجه میگه دیگه روز براتون چی میگه که باید روز حاضر باشین و او روز ما در محکمه می باشم، نمیتونم که چون در عین ساعت ما در محکمه دیگه می باشم. گفت که برای وکیلتان بگوین که مترجم حاضر نیست و که برای شما دیگه چی بتن تاریخش تبدیل کنه، ولی اینا رو همه گیری برای وکیلتان بگوین.
And Mr. Amati, if you post that bond and you are out of custody, I need to let you know that a warrant will issue for your arrest if you do not attend future court dates.
میگه که اگر شما او $2,000 پیسه نقد ضمانت بانین و از بندیخانه براین و روزهای تاریخی که شما دارین که باید در محکمه بیاین و او روز شما حاضر نشین، باز ما میگیم که شما را دوباره پلیس دستگیر کنه.
And sir, finally, this is also the time set for your arraignment on this new city court case.
میگه همچنان امروز چی عزیز که راجع به این کیسی که شما امروز براتون پیش آمده راجع به این براتون بگوید.
I will enter plea of not guilty on your behalf.
میگه که به عوض شما من میگم که شما میگین من مقصر نیستم، گناهکار نیستم.
You are presumed innocent, and if you fail to appear at the next hearing, the trial in this matter could go forward in your absence.
میگه که شما تا اون موقعی که چی است گناهکار شناخته نمیشین و اگر تاریخی که روز دادگاهتان است، روز محکمه است، شما او روز حاضر نشین، او وقت بدون شما محکمه ادامه پیدا میکنه و میتونن که بدون ازی که شما اونجا هستین تصمیم بگیرن.
And finally, sir, if you're convicted at the trial and cannot be sentenced within 90 days, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand?
میگه که اگر روزی که شما نیاین و او وقت تا محکمه تصمیم بگیره و اگه تا 90 روز شما به محکمه احوال ندادین، بعد از 90 روز دیگه شما نمیتونین که به محکمه بالاتر تقاضا کنین و بگوین که اینو چی کنه. آیا اینا همه چیزایی که گفته شد آیا فهمیدین یا نه؟
بله اما
Yes. But
Okay, thank you very much, sir. You are excused.
okay. میگه که فعلا خلاص شد محکمه.
یک چیز گفتنی دارم
I
بزرگوار.
want to say something.
Well, it's not a good idea, sir. Everything that is being said this morning is being recorded. So I'd advise you that you should save it and talk to your attorney, sir.
میگه که شما نظری خوب نیست که چیزی بگوین برای که هر چیزی که میگین کلگی از اونا امروز ضبط میشه در تیپ و بهترین نیست که امروی وکیلتان گپ بزنین برای ما چیزی نگوین.
درست وکیل خود چه وقت دیده میتونم بعد
So when am I going to be able to see the attorney?
I can't tell you precisely, but it will be sometime probably by the end of the week, I would imagine, but I can't promise you that. It will be soon.
میگه که من نمیتونم برات بگم که دقیقاً کدام روز چی میبینی. من یقین کامل دارم که تا آخر هفته میبینی، ولی اینکه کدام روز است یا چی وقت است او را من نمیفهمم. وکیلم را به تماس میشم.
درست
اوکی.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a good day.
روز خوش داشته باشید. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And Madam Interpreter, you are excused.
Thank you.
Yes. Good morning, sir. Could you please tell me your name?
Brian Weiss.
All right. Just a moment. Thank you. Mr. Weiss, you are here this morning on a review hearing reference a out-of-county matter. And it looks like you're still being held on that with a hearing. What I show is a hearing in Superior Court on Monday. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a review hearing on this case, sir, on November 9th. And that's actually a Sunday morning, November 9th at 9 a.m. In the event that you're still in custody, which you likely will be by then, this is just to check the status of your case and make sure that things are moving forward as necessary as it relates to this matter. And so that's all I have for you this morning, sir. And so you are excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, this is a Spanish interpreter. I just wanted the interpreter to be excused.
Yes, that's just fine. I don't show any Spanish speakers this morning. So thank you very much for hanging on. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Interpreter is disconnecting.
Your Honor, state has submitted the final PCAL regs.
Thank you very much.
Your Honor, this is the jail. We're still waiting on Mr. Romero to come down from housing, so I'm just going to go ahead and pursue with the misdemeanor for now.
Sounds good. Whatever we can take, it sounds good. Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please tell me your name.
Sergio Marie Romero.
And So, Mr. Romero, you are here, sir, this morning on a review hearing as you have a matter that is, well, you have local charges that are pending. And so give me just a second. And so what I have for you this morning, sir, is it looks like you're pending sentencing on Friday, November 6th. So in light of that, and that sentencing's in Superior Court, in light of that, we're going to set a review hearing on November 10th, which is the Monday after at 9 a.m., just to make sure that things are moving forward and that we hold you in custody as to this matter no longer than is necessary to track alongside your Superior Court case. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, all right. In light of that, that's all I have for you, sir. November 10th is your next date, 9 a.m. We'll see you back then. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Oh, this, is this,
I don't know what to say about it.
okay.
Good morning, sir. Could you please tell me your name?
Good morning. Hector Alexander Delgado.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Delgado. This is your initial appearance. You've been charged with one count of domestic violence assault allegation that concerns events that occurred last night around 9:30. You, sir, have the right to remain silent. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. Sir, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance as it relates to this case, but I am going to impose certain conditions that you must follow. The first is that you possess no firearms or weapons, you consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, you commit no further acts of domestic violence, you have no contact with the alleged victims who have alleged victim who appears to be Adrian Carrillo, apparently your stepfather. And sir, you are also to not return to the incident location. Are you willing to abide by those terms and conditions?
Yes, sir.
All right, in light of that, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, sir. Your next court date is a out of custody arraignment on October 20th. That's a Monday, 30 in the morning in Pima County Justice Court downtown. Your excuse, sir.
Thank you.
Rose?
Oh, and sir, one other thing that I didn't say that I should have said is that you, while I'm not holding you in custody today, it is important to note that you do have the right not only to an attorney, but also the right to remain silent. Because at this point, jail time's not being sought, you're not being held in custody. One's not going to be appointed for you, but you, of course, have the ability to retain one if you see fit to do so. And you, of course, much like anyone else that we're seeing this morning, have the right to remain silent. And anything you say, sir, could be used against you. Okay, now I got it all. You have a good day.
You as well.
Thank you. Good morning, sir. Could you please tell me your name?
Josh Grove.
Thank you. Just a moment. Okay, sir. I'm seeing you this morning on a warrant at a Marana City Court that references a failure to appear on a driving on a suspended license charge. I am going to release you on your promise to appear on that, sir. I'm going to set the next court date on November 26th, which is the day, I believe that's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so don't forget. And that's going to be at 10 o'clock in Marana City Court. And sir, that's all that I have for you this morning. It's important to note that if you do not appear for that hearing, sir, a warrant could issue for your arrest. You could find yourself back in custody. So very important to make that next court date. Are you willing to do that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, you have a good day. Oh, yeah, sorry.
William?
And sir, yeah, we have him back. Sorry, I keep forgetting to say something important. Okay. Keep forgetting to say this, sir. You have the right to remain silent, and so anything you say, sir, can and will be used against you. So just an advisement there. But now that's all that I have for you, sir. You have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Could you please tell me your name?
Williams Nicholas?
All right. Nicholas Williams, is that?
Yes.
Okay. A moment. Okay, sir, I'm seeing you on a variety of matters, most of which are out of Tucson City Court. I'm going to start with the Justice Court matter first, sir. That concerns a warrant alleging that you failed to appear in relation to a charge that is alleged to have occurred on May 28th, 2025. And so I am going to advise you that you have the right to remain silent, sir. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. Given the variety of files that we're going to be talking about today, I'm going to hold you on a bond. That bond is going to be $500, sir. That's a cash or secured bond. Your next hearing on this case, sir, is going to be an in-custody pretrial hearing in front of, in Pima County Justice Court. That's going to be tomorrow, October 10th, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Some additional conditions are that you not return to the incident location. I am appointing counsel on your behalf. His name is Douglas Taylor. His information is going to be on the paperwork that you get, sir. And it's important to note that if you post the bond on these cases and you get out of custody, then and fail to appear, that then you could get a warrant for your arrest. There could be additional ramifications there. In this particular case, the trial could go forward in your absence. So that takes care of the Justice Court matter. Now we're going to move on to the City Court matters. And that, sir, involves a variety of matters. Yeah, right. Multiple counts of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, drug paraphernalia, and yeah, it looks like at least 4 counts of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, sir. So in that case, I am also going to hold you on a bond. Additionally, there are a variety of other charges that I haven't said yet, including disorderly conduct, criminal nuisance, criminal trespass charge in the 1st degree, and some other charges. So, sir, I'm going to be holding you on this case as well, on these cases, I should say, and that is going to be a $500 bond. Your next hearing, sir, is going to be an in-custody video review. That's going to be on October 16th at 1:45 in the afternoon. And the attorney is, you're going to get an attorney appointed for you, and that is going to be the city public defender. That is going to be a cash or secured bond. And sir, you are ordered not to go back to any of the incident locations on these that are connected to these different locations in the event that you find yourself out of custody. So, and as I may have said previously, I don't recall, sir, if you fail to appear at future court dates, your trial could go forward in your absence. And so you could lose certain rights. Additionally, a warrant could issue for your arrest. This is also the time for your arraignment on at least one new charge out of city court. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. You're presumed innocent, sir. As I said, if you fail to appear, there could be consequences, including a trial going forward in your absence. And if you're convicted at that trial, cannot be sentenced within 90 days, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand all that, sir?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. You are excused.
Okay.
Mr. Bello.
Good morning, sir. Could you please tell me your name?
Matthew Anthony Escobedo.
Good morning. And just a moment. Okay, Mr. Escobedo, today is your initial appearance. You have you're charged with different charges, most of which include domestic violence allegations, including multiple counts of assault, multiple counts of disorderly conduct, as alleged to be acts of domestic violence, and 1 count of theft. So you have the right to remain silent, sir. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. A question I have, sir, is a couple of things. First of all, I'm going to impose some conditions here. And if I release you, sir, are you willing to follow the conditions I'm about to tell you about?
Yes.
Okay. Perhaps at the top of the list, sir, is that you're to have no contact of any kind whatsoever with Danette Suarez. who is the alleged victim in this case. Is that something you're willing to do?
Yes.
Okay. And so, additionally, I'm going to release you on your promise to appear, sir. You are ordered, on top of what I said a moment ago, to possess or consume no alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs, commit no acts of domestic violence. I mentioned the no contact. Do not return. You are ordered not to return to the victim's residence or the incident location. A question I have for you, sir, is do you have a separate place to go besides the victim's residence and incident location?
Yes, I do, but in regards to that, she lives in my house. And I was told that she was gonna be vacating the premises by today, like 10 o'clock.
Well, okay, for today's sake, sir, you need to not go back to the incident
I
location.
won't go back. I won't
Yeah,
go back.
I mean, that could be adjusted later, like at your next court date. That's something that could be raised. But for today's sake, sir, in order to release you, I need to know that you're not going to be going back to the victim's residence and the incident location. However,
I was-
with that said, if there are items inside the residence that you need to get access to so that you can, whatever, go about your daily business, you can do that one time so long as you return with law enforcement. Okay, you cannot go back there by yourself. There is a process for going with a law enforcement escort. You can get what you need and then be on your merry way. And then the condition could be adjusted in the future. Do you understand all that, sir?
Yes,
You're willing to follow all that?
yes.
Okay, in light of that, you are released on your signature to appear, and that is all I have for you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Oh, one last thing. Sorry, this is also the time for your arraignment on the new city court charges. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on the charges I mentioned earlier. You're presumed innocent. If you fail to appear at the next hearing, that hearing and any other hearings, including trial, could go forward in your absence. If you cannot be, if you get convicted at that trial and you cannot be sentenced within 90 days, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. And do you understand that as well, sir?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have.
Olga?
Good morning, ma'am. Please tell me your name. Or,
Nina M. Koga.
okay, just a moment, please. Okay, ma'am, this is the time for your initial appearance. You are charged with one count of assault, one count of criminal trespass in the first degree, a count of criminal damage and disorderly conduct, all alleged to be acts of domestic violence. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. Ma'am, I'm going to hold you in custody on a bond of $1,100, or I'm sorry, $1,500. The reason, well, I'm doing that because you have a few different cases going on. So for that reason, that's why you get the bond. So additionally, in the event that you post any sort of bond, you are ordered not to consume any alcoholic beverages or consume any illegal drugs, commit no acts of domestic violence, possess no firearms or weapons, have no contact of any kind with Mr. Price. I believe that may be finance Price, but I'm not sure how you say that. He is alleged to be the victim. You're ordered not to go back to the victim's residence or the incident location. I'm appointing the city public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, I already have a attorney,
Okay, and who is that attorney, ma'am?
Miss Donna Bradley.
Okay, and does she work for the city public defender?
Yes, sir.
I'm getting a yes. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm just going to reappoint the city public defender. They will, of course, get you in touch with her. There should be no change on your attorney, ma'am.
But
Okay, and then the bond I mentioned, that $1,500 bond, that's a cash or secured bond. Your next hearing is going to be a video review on October 17th, 1:45 in the afternoon. And additionally, ma'am, this is the time set for your arraignment on these new city court charges. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. You are presumed innocent. If you post the bond or otherwise get out of custody and you fail to appear in the future, the trial on this case could go forward in your absence, ma'am. If you get convicted and you do not reappear within 90 days, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand all that?
not really.
Okay.
I need to know, cause I have a fundage on my account, with me. If you can lower the bond so I can find myself out.
Ma'am, I'm not going to lower the bond. I'm not going to, I've made up my decision, my mind as far as that's concerned. But if you have questions about some of the details that I mentioned, please speak to your attorney. You've got a good attorney who's going to help you out. So just please speak with her.
But then I cannot make a phone call, so, because I have no money on the phone.
Well, I think you should be able to do that part of it at the jail, ma'am. I mean, the jail staff should be able to help you with the ability to make a phone call. But I've
To
made
my
that-
attorney. To
Yeah.
my attorney.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. You'll have the ability to
Okay.
do that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. You're excused.
And when is my next court date?
It's October 17th, ma'am, and you're going to get paperwork that spells all of this out.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Hey,
Judge, you want me to go on?
Yes.
I don't know if, the city public defender accepts collect calls, so I don't know if she'll be able
Oh.
to call them, but I'm not sure. I know our office does.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right.
I guess I'm just assuming that there's a way to make a legal call by a jail inmate, but I don't know.
Like there is, but I don't know if there is in the pit. So,
Got it. Okay,
in her cell, she will be able to.
got it. Okay. And good morning, ma'am. Could you please tell me your name?
Christine Main.
All right, Ms. Main, this is your initial appearance. You are charged with some new charges that include domestic criminal damage and disorderly conduct, which are both alleged to be acts of domestic violence. You have the right to remain silent, ma'am. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. I'm going to, if I release you, ma'am, are you willing to abide by the terms and conditions I'm about to tell you about?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I am going to release you on your promise to appear so long as you possess or consume no alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs. You possess no firearms or weapons. Additionally, the alleged victim in this case, give me just a second, I'm pulling it up. The alleged victim, Miracle Murphy, Miss Murphy said that she does not further contact and does not object to your release from custody. So because of that, I'm not going to order a no contact provision. However, I'm going to order that you not go back to the incident location, which appears to be a shared residence. And ma'am, do you have the ability, or do you have, I'm assuming you have items in that residence that you would need to get?
I do, and it's my home, so I'm not really sure what to do with that.
Right. And so what'll happen is that condition could be adjusted in the future potentially, but for now, for today's sake, you're not allowed to go back to that residence unless you do so with a law enforcement escort for the purpose of getting personal belongings that you need to get. That condition can be adjusted in the future. It's not necessarily a forever thing, but for today's sake, that is the court's order. Do you understand?
For today only?
No. This is until and unless a judge says we are changing that, that is the order.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So this is also the time set for your arraignment on the charges that I just mentioned. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. You are presumed innocent. Ma'am, if you fail to appear at the next hearing, which is going to be on November 13th, 2025 at 9:30 in the morning at City Court, if you fail to appear at that hearing or future hearings, then the trial could go forward in your absence. If you're convicted at that trial and cannot be sentenced within 90 days, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand all that?
I do.
Okay, you're going to get paperwork that explains this in a little bit greater detail and has your court date on it. And ma'am, you are excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Omar.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you please tell me your name?
Chelsea Romar.
Okay, just a moment, ma'am. Okay, Ms. Romar, this is your initial appearance. You are charged with 3 counts, 1 assault, 1 criminal damage, and 1 disorderly conduct, all of which are alleged to be acts of domestic violence. You have the right to remain silent, ma'am. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. You have a right to an attorney. However, I'm not going to provide one for today at this point because I'm inclined to release you. but you have the ability to go get one on your own at court if you want. And so if I release you, ma'am, are you willing to abide by certain terms and conditions that I'm going to tell you about in a moment? Okay. So these conditions include possessing or consuming no alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs, committing no acts of domestic violence, possessing no firearms or weapons, and you're to have no contact of any kind with the alleged victim, who appears to be Kayland Cleanti. I'm probably saying that wrong, but okay. And additionally, you're ordered not to go back to the victim's residence or the incident location. Are you willing to abide by those terms, ma'am?
What about my belongings?
So, ma'am, what you can do is you can return one time with law enforcement to get your belongings. So there's a process for that where basically you are allowed to go back. You just need to have a law enforcement escort do that. The jail can probably tell you more about that process, or if you call the Tucson Police Department, they can probably assist with that. But you are allowed to go back so long as you have that escort. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. And then finally, ma'am, this is also the time for your arraignment on new city court charges. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf as to the charges I just mentioned a minute ago. You are presumed innocent. If you fail to appear at a future hearing on this case, then the trial can go forward in your absence. If you're convicted at that trial and cannot be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand that, ma'am? Okay, that's a yes.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Your voice just cut out over here. All right, ma'am. Thank you very much. That's all I have for you. Have a good day. Good morning, sir. Could you please tell me your name?
Dylan Sharp.
All right. Just a second, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Sharp, this is your initial appearance, sir. You are before the court on one new charge that is alleged to have occurred yesterday, alleging one count of assault alleged to be an act of domestic violence, and also an account that occurred on October 3rd, reference a failure to comply with a court order, also on an alleged domestic violence incident. So you have the right to remain silent, sir. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. Just a moment.
Sir.
And sir, I am going to hold you on a bond of $1,000.
Okay.
And that's going to be a cash or secured bond. I'm going to appoint the city public defender to represent you, sir. I am going to be setting your next hearing on October 15th.
That's next week.
Yes, sir. It's next Wednesday, sir. And that's going to be for a video review. And additionally, in the event that you post that bond, find yourself out of custody, you are ordered to possess or consume no alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs, commit no acts of domestic violence, possess no firearms or weapons. You're to have no contact of any kind whatsoever with Patricia Adams.
Okay. That's no problem.
And
I did get a protection order on her, so.
I understand, sir. So it looks like there may be reciprocal orders in place, but additionally, you are ordered not to return to the victim's residence or the incident location. And go ahead.
My car's over there, so I don't know.
Yeah, so so what you can do, sir, is you can go back to the residence. If you're out of custody, you post that bond. You can go back with a law.
I'm not going to post that bond. I have no money.
Okay. Well, if you find yourself out of custody, I mean, the bond could potentially be adjusted at that hearing on the 15th. Maybe yes, maybe no. So if you find yourself out of custody and you need to return to the incident location where your car is, you can do that. You just have to do that with a law enforcement escort. You understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that covers it. Your next hearing, again, October 15th, 2025, 1:30 in the afternoon. You're going to get paperwork that explains all this. This is also, sir, the time for arraignment on the new city court charge that I mentioned. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. You are presumed innocent. If you fail to appear at any future hearing, sir, a trial could go forward in your absence. If you're convicted at the trial and cannot be sentenced within 90 days, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. You are
You're welcome.
excused.
Thank you. God bless you.
Now,
Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Would you please tell me your name?
Yeah. My name is Eugene. Nah.
Good morning, Mr. Knopp. I've got a couple things to talk to you about. So, sir, this is the time for your initial appearance. You are charged with a few different charges that are alleged to have occurred last night, a little before 11 p.m. And it includes criminal trespass, obstructing a highway or public thoroughfare, occupying or remaining upon a traffic median, and resisting arrest. Okay. So you have the right to remain silent, sir. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. I am going to give me just a second, sir, and I'll get back with you. Sir, are you hooked up with any sort of providers in Southern Arizona, Kodak, La Frontera, that sort of thing?
I hope so. I wish to be.
Okay, well, I believe that because what I'm inclined to do today, sir, is to release you so long as you promise to appear at your next court date and you follow some terms and conditions that I give you. Are you willing to do that, sir?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. One other thing I want to tell you is that once you get released, there is a transition center which is outside the jail. And so they can help get you in contact with certain local providers like Kodak, La Frontera. They should be able to help provide information on that. And so actually when you get released from the jail, sir, there is a blue line that you can actually follow, and it should take you directly to the transition center where you can get information on this. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, what did I just tell you in a nutshell?
All my favorite games. My very favorite.
Sure. Okay. So remember, transition center is what you're looking for once you get out, sir. They may be able to help you out and get you put in touch with services. Okay. Did you hear what I said, sir?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to set your next hearing, which is going to be, it's a hearing that's going to be on Monday, November 11th. I'm sorry, Monday, November 10th. And that's at 9:30 in the morning. And that is going to be a hearing in city court. Sir, you are ordered not to return to the incident location. And I'm going to release you on your promise to appear. And additionally, you're ordered not to possess or consume any alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs, and possess no weapons or firearms. And sir, you're going to get paperwork that explains all of that. But just a second. And so, sir, that covers it. You're going to get paperwork that explains what I've just said, and you have a good day, sir. Oh, and one other thing. So this is also the time set for your arraignment on the new city court charges that I mentioned. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf, sir. You are presumed innocent. If you fail to appear at a future hearing on this case, that trial could go forward in your absence. And if you're convicted at the trial and cannot be sentenced within 90 days of that conviction, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Have a good day. And remember, transition center, it could be good for you, sir. Take care.
Thank you so much, my best friend. Sure.
Yeah, open he follows it.
Sir, can I get your full name, please?
Christopher Terry Compton.
Thank you, Mr. Compton. Sir, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on new felony charges of possession of prohibited weapon, as well as possession of a prohibited weapon by a prohibited possessor. Also seeing you at a Tucson City Court for 2 new misdemeanor charges. They are for disorderly conduct. 2 counts. Alleged offense date is May 8th of last year, or sorry, May 8th of this year, 25.
It was,
sir.
it was,
All right, hold on.
it was,
Hold on.
okay,
Let me
sorry,
say all my
sorry.
things. Thank you. All right, sir.
Christopher Terry Compton.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. On your new felony matter, sir, I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you, and you have an attorney seated next to you for purpose of today. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, Mr. Compton. We're gonna talk about the felonies first and then the city court things. I have reviewed the pretrial services report and the interim complaint. The state's written recommendation is a request for no bond hold. Mr. Poston, is that correct? Mr. Poston, you're muted.
It is, Your Honor. We're having some
Oh,
tech difficulties at the CA this morning. It is.
All right, thank you. Ms. Rubin?
Yes, they're requesting that we have just asked to set a hearing date.
All right, thank you. All right, sir. So basically what's going on, looks like you are pending a felony matter out of Superior Court right now. Arizona Constitution says if someone is pending a felony case and they get arrested on new felony charges, the state can request for no bond hold. It is not automatic. They do have to provide witness testimony and evidence to support that. So I will set you a no bond hearing, sir, for next week, October 14th. That's next Tuesday, October 14th at 2:30 p.m. That'll be at Superior Court. You'll be transported for that hearing. I'll be on the 3rd floor. Either that no bond hearing will go forward with witness testimony and exhibits, or the state can argue for bond at that point. I'll set you a preliminary hearing, sir, on October 20th at 1:30 p.m. That date may or may not go forward, so please. All right, on your city court case, sir, I am going to release you on your own promise to appear for your next court date for the city court matter. Looks like you do have a trial with Judge Millian on a different case that is separate from this. But on these new disorderly conduct charges, I am releasing you on your own promise to appear for your next court date. No contact with any alleged victims. Looks like there's some folks at a park. Do not try to go find those victims or anything like that. It is ordered appointing the Tucson Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir, because you're being held on the felony matter. That's why you're getting an attorney on the Tucson case. It's also ordered consolidating this with the other case so that your court dates will be the same for Tucson City Court. So your next court date for Tucson City is just going to be that trial that you already have on October 27th at 10 a.m. with Judge Millian.
Hey, there's no way that I could be released because I'm out on a bond right now. I'm out on a $250,000 bond.
Because the state asked for no bond hold, it's what the Constitution says, okay? They get a hearing. They get a hearing about it. All right, so your attorney will help you out at that next hearing. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go without you. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence but not able to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand the consequences of failing to show to court, Mr. Compton?
Yep.
All right, thank you. I'm going to enter not guilty, please, on your behalf for the new misdemeanor charges. Your wife is on the line. Ma'am, I didn't hear from you because you are not the listed victim on this new city court case. All right, you're excused for today.
Okay, thank you.
I love you, Holly.
Love you too. Annie. Thank you. They hung up on me.
Sound check, Your Honor.
Can hear you loud and clear. Sir, could you please tell me your name?
Hacia Costa Millán.
A moment. Mr. Acosta Milian. This is your initial appearance, sir. I'm seeing you on a few different matters. The first is a felony. That is So I'm seeing you on a new arrest involving a allegation of possession of a narcotic drug. That's a class 4 felony. Additionally, I'm seeing you on a warrant concerning a failure to appear out of Pima County Justice Court, sir. So you have the right to remain silent, sir. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. And we're going to appoint an attorney to represent you, sir. And that is the, sorry, who's he? So we're going to appoint the public defender to represent you, sir. You have an attorney, Ms. Rubin, seated to your left. That's going to help you out for the purpose of this hearing. And so I have reviewed the information provided by pretrial services, the interim complaint, which details the allegation against you, sir. And additionally, I've reviewed the state's recommendation, which is requesting a $1,500 bond plus release to pretrial services if that's posted. Anything further, Mr. Poston?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Rubin?
Yes, we're asking for a steps hearing and release to the supervision of pretrial services. He doesn't have any felony arrests or convictions aside from this offense. And he's got ties to the community and he's working, and his mother verified that information.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so I am going to impose a bond of $500, sir. And so additionally, I'm going to set the next hearing, which is going to be a preliminary hearing on October 20th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Additionally, sir, it appears that you may be eligible in a substance abuse treatment program called STEPS. If you successfully complete that program, the felony charges it's possible they could be dismissed and go away. Would you like to participate in that program, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so the next hearing then, in addition to the preliminary hearing, will be a steps hearing. And that's going to be on Thursday, October 16th. So 1 week from today in Superior Court at 9 o'clock. If you're out of custody, sir, please make sure that you make it to that hearing on the 16th at 9 o'clock, because that will get you more information on the program. Failing to appear for that could result in a new warrant being issued, could cause ramifications as far as your eligibility for the program. And so additionally, sir, should you be released, I'm going to order that you possess no firearms or weapons, drink no alcohol, or consume no illegal drugs. And if you are released, submit to monitoring or treatment by pretrial services. Do you understand all that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so that covers that. And then I'm going to move on to talk about a couple other things. So next up, we've got a hearing out of Oracle Justice Court. It relates to, a case out of Oracle Justice Court relates to a warrant concerning some sort of issue that occurred out of their Justice Court up near Saddlebrook. Your next hearing, sir, is going to be a case management conference, November 5th. I'm imposing a $250 cash or secured bond on that. And additionally, I'm going to order that the demanding jurisdiction has 24 hours to make arrangements to take you into custody, sir. If Oracle does not take care of that by 24 hours, then the release conditions as to this case are modified to a release on your own recognizance, and you're going to be ordered to appear either way on that November 5th hearing at 10 o'clock in the morning. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all I have on that one. And then just a moment. And then last but not least, we have a warrant out of Justice Court alleging a failure to appear concerning a driving on a suspended license allegation. Sir, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance as it relates to that case. Set your next hearing on November 3rd, 2025, 10 o'clock in the morning. That's a Monday. You're going to get paperwork that says all this. And so that's all that I have for you as it relates to that case, sir. Other than to remind you that if you Mr. Poston, could you please mute? Yes, please mute. And sorry, Mr. Poston, I didn't ask you if you had anything further to add on top of your bond recommendation. I don't think I asked you anything further from the state on that. Mr. Poston. All right.
No, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
No, you're fine. I'm getting a little out of order here. So, okay. and I appreciate that.
With the audio, Your Honor, something is off.
Okay. Sorry to hear that. Okay, in light of that, sir, I think we've covered everything we need to cover. Just a reminder, if you don't appear for future court dates, then a warrant will issue for your arrest. You are excused, sir. Thank you.
Your Honor. Barnhart.
Good morning, sir. Could you please tell me your name?
William Barnhart.
All right, Mr. Barnhart, this is your initial appearance. You have been arrested on charges Sir, you've been arrested on charges that include. And Mr. Poston, could you please mute? There's some, I don't know if it's the jail or, thank you. Getting background noise. Okay, all right. You've been arrested on charges of kidnapping and aggravated assault, including an allegation of impeding the victim's breathing, both alleged to be acts of domestic violence. Sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. And we are appointing the public defender to represent you, sir. Ms. Rubin is seated to your left. She's going to help you out this morning. And in order to prepare for this morning's hearing, I've reviewed certain things, pretrial services information, state's recommendation, the interim complaint. It looks like the state is recommending a bond of $35,000 plus a release to pretrial services in the event that that bond is posted. Mr. Poston, anything further you want to add on that?
No, Your Honor, other than the state need not remind the court of the rather moribund statistics regarding this sorts of things. And I switched to a different device. Is this audio better?
Yes, so far so good.
Very good. Nothing further.
Okay, Ms. Rubin?
Yes, he's got no prior felony arrests, no misdemeanors, domestic violence cases, and he appears to be working, and pretrial has indicated that housing apart from the alleged victim was found.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Rubin. Mr. Barnhart, I'm going to set the bond in the amount of $40,000. That's a cash and secured bond. The allegations in the interim complaint are concerning. You are, of course, presumed innocent, but that's why you have a $40,000 bond. In the event that you post that bond, you're going to be released to the supervision of pretrial services. You are ordered not to consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, commit no acts of domestic violence, possess no firearms or weapon, have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victims. That means no contact whatsoever. So if you're in custody, you're to have no contact with her. If you're out of custody, you're to have no contact with her. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You're additionally ordered not to return to the victim's residence or work or the incident location. As I said, we're appointing the public defender, sir, and that is all that I had for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Your next court date, I haven't said this yet, October 20th, and it's going to be at 1:30 in the afternoon for a preliminary hearing. It's possible that that hearing changes, the date that changes. So just stay in contact with your attorney at the public defender's office, and you should be in good shape. Okay.
All righty. Thank you.
Okay, have a good day. Good morning, ma'am. Could you please tell me your name?
Jeanette Mary Bustamante.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Bustamante. This is your initial appearance. I'm seeing you on a couple matters. Both of which involve simple possession drug allegations. The first is a warrant out of Superior Court alleging possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia. The new is a possession of a narcotic drug and possession of drug paraphernalia, ma'am. As to the warrant matter, I have reviewed the pretrial services report and the state's recommendation, which requests a bond in the amount. Hang on just a second. Okay. As to the warrant case, it requests a bond in the amount of $500 plus release to pretrial services in the event that that bond is posted. Ms. Rubin, that's my inclination. Do you have anything you'd like the court to know?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. In light of that, Ms. Bustamante, I'm going to impose a $500 cash or secured bond. If the event that you post that bond, ma'am, you are released to the supervision of pretrial services. You are ordered to possess no firearms or weapons, consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, submit to monitoring or treatment as recommended by pretrial services. We are appointing the public defender to represent you. And your next hearing is going to be an arraignment 1 week from today, October 16th, 1:30 in the afternoon. You're going to get paperwork that explains all this, but please stay in touch with your attorney, okay?
Okay.
And then that takes care of the first case. As to the second case, I showed that the state is recommending that that be dismissed without prejudice. Do I have that correct, Mr. Poston?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, just a moment. Oh, got it. Okay. And so as to that case, the new arrest that it's alleged to have occurred yesterday, that is going to be dismissed without prejudice. So ma'am, what that means is that the case is going away for today, the new arrest, but it's possible that the county attorney's office could refile that. So in the event that that happens, please be sure to check your mail, that sort of thing, so you can avoid warrants in the future. Okay, that's all I have for you, ma'am. You are excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, we want to get out for the next court date.
Okay.
Okay.
Good morning.
Morning,
Please tell me your name.
Miley Combs.
All right, Ms. Combs, this is your initial appearance. You have been arrested on new charges that allege possession of a dangerous drug for sale, possession of a narcotic drug, and possession of drug paraphernalia, ma'am. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. Ms. Rubin is going to help you out for the purpose of this morning's hearing. We are appointing the public defender to represent you at all future hearings, ma'am. For today's hearing, I reviewed the information provided by pretrial services. I have also reviewed the state's recommendation, which is a $7,500 bond plus release to pretrial services in the event that that is posted. Mr. Poston, anything further you'd like to add? Mr. Poston, can't hear you. Okay. Looks like he logged off. I'm going to give him a second to log back on. I will say that the court's inclination is to release Ms. Combs to pretrial services, but I will give Mr. Poston a chance to talk me out of that if you'd like.
I'm here.
Okay, and so Mr. Poston, where we left off on Ms. Combs, and I just said a moment ago, I think as you were logging back on, that it's a court's inclination to release Ms. Combs to pretrial services. Do you have anything further to add in light of that, sir?
No, Judge.
Okay, thank you very much. That's what I'm going to do. Ms. Combs, I'm going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. Your order not to possess any firearms or weapons, consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, submit to monitoring or treatment by pretrial services as they deem necessary. And do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to set your next court date, which is going to be a preliminary hearing. That's going to be on October 29th at 1:30 in the afternoon. While I am releasing you, it's really important that you stay in touch with your attorney, because if you don't do that, then you could miss court dates, get a new warrant for your arrest, find yourself back in custody and so forth. And so that's all I have for you, ma'am. You have a good day.
The doctor said to stay. Okay, that's it. Sit down there.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Please tell me your name.
Matthew Huey.
Okay, just a second.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Heary, this is the time set for your initial appearance. You have been arrested on one charge of criminal trespass in the first degree. That is the allegation. You have the right to remain silent, sir. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. We are appointing the public defender to represent you, sir. Ms. Rubin is going to help you out for the purpose of this hearing. She's seated to your left. In order to prepare for this hearing, I have reviewed the information provided by pretrial services, the interim complaint in this case, along with the state's recommendation, which requests a $7,500 bond with release to pretrial services in the event that that bond is posted. Mr. Poston, anything further, sir?
They just notes the quantity and the indicia of sales.
Okay, just a moment. Thank you. And Ms. Rubin?
Yes, Your Honor. He does have a place to stay. He lives with his mom. And his last conviction was in 2018.
Mr. Harry, if I release you, sir, are you going to abide by certain terms and conditions I'm about to tell you about?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I am going to release you to pretrial services, sir. Your next hearing is going to be a preliminary hearing in Superior Court. I am ordering that you possess no firearms or weapons, you drink no alcohol, consume no illegal drugs, you submit to monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial services, you do not return to the incident location. The public defender has been appointed to represent you, sir. And it's important to note that while I am releasing you, you need to stay in contact with your attorney and you need to come to your future court dates, because if you do not come to your future court dates, a warrant could issue for your arrest. You could find yourself back in custody. You understand all that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. You have a good day.
Okay. Thank you.
Lopez.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Please tell me your name.
Adrian Lopez.
All right. Is it Adrian Lopez Flores or what's your true name?
Yeah, Adrian Lopez Flores, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Just want to make sure I got it right. Okay, sir, I'm seeing you on new charges that allege that you possessed a dangerous drug and that you possessed drug paraphernalia. Allegations involve an incident that occurred on April 22nd, 2025, so about 5.5 months ago. Sir, this is your initial appearance. I already told you that. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. You have a right to be represented by an attorney. We are appointing the public defender to represent you at future hearings. Ms. Rubin is going to help you out for the purpose of today's hearing. In order to prepare for this, I have reviewed the state's recommendation, information supplied by pretrial services, along with the interim complaint. The state is recommending a $1,500 bond with a release to pretrial services in the event that that is posted. And I also show that you appear, sir, to be on probation. And I'm not asking you to say anything in response to this, but I will note that there is a probation matter that you appear to be on probation for. Mr. Poston, do you have anything further you'd like to add?
This would have been a PTS, but for the other matter, Your Honor.
Ms. Rubin?
Yes, Your Honor. It doesn't look like there's a probation hold.
There is a probation hold.
There is one? Okay, there is a probation hold. So we'd ask that you set a nominal bond, set it for steps here.
Okay, I'm going to set a $1,000 bond. And sir, there is a program that you might be eligible for. It's called STEPS. And so what that is it's a drug treatment program that is essentially tailored to your specific needs. And what might be possible is if you participate in this program, you take care of business, it's possible that the charges could be, the new charges could be dismissed against you, sir. Is that something that you're interested in?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm going to set the next hearing as a STEPS hearing, which is going to be 1 week from today, next Thursday, 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm ordering that you, in the event that you are out of custody, that you possess no firearms or weapons, consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, submit to monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial services. And so I may have said this, I'm imposing a $1,000 cash or secured bond. And if you are released, sir, or you post bond, you're going to be supervised by pretrial services. So important to note, sir, that if you do find yourself out of custody and you fail to appear at a future hearing, there could be a new warrant that issues for your arrest. So really important that you stay in contact with your attorney and you come to future court dates. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. You are excused.
Right now you do have a probation hold though, so don't post the bond because you're still not going to get released at this point, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now talk to your lawyer about that, okay?
Great.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Please tell me your name.
Brian Ray Lynch.
All right, sir, this is your initial appearance. You have been arrested on new charges that allege that you possessed a dangerous drug and that you possess drug paraphernalia. I also show that you have a probation hold at a Superior Court, reference a matter from 2016. So what I'm going to do, sir, is advise you that you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Additionally, you have the right to be represented by an attorney. And for today's sake, Ms. Rubin is seated to your left. We're appointing the public defender to represent you at future hearings. In order to prepare for today's hearing, I have reviewed the information supplied by pretrial services, interim complaint as it relates to the new arrest. And I have also reviewed the state's recommendation, which is a $5,000 bond, plus a release to pretrial services in the event that that bond is posted. Mr. Poston, anything further, sir?
No, Judge.
Thank you very much. Ms. Rubin.
We'd ask for a nominal bond with time credit, set of steps hearing, and, that's it.
Okay, I'm going to set a bond in the amount of $1,000, sir. And also impose that in the event that you post that bond, you are to possess no firearms or weapons, consume no alcohol or illegal drugs. The public defender has been appointed, as I said. It probably doesn't matter, frankly, if you post that bond because there is that probation hold. So you're probably going to remain in custody either way. Sir, it appears that on the new case, you may be eligible for a program called STEPS. What that is it's a drug treatment program that is tailored to your specific needs, sir. And if you successfully complete that program, you take care of what they tell you to take care of, then it's possible that the charges on this new case will be dismissed. You may or may not be eligible for that dismissal option, but it may be possible. Are you interested in that program, sir?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So your next hearing, sir, will be a STEPS hearing. That's going to be 1 week from today, sir, on Thursday, the 16th at 9 o'clock in the morning. And so really important that you stay in contact with your attorney, and your next hearing will be on the 16th. Thank you very much. You're excused.
Post the bond because you're going to 2:30. So wait for what happens with that first, okay?
Thanks, God.
Good morning, sir. Could you please tell me your name?
Richard, Marty Scott.
All right, Mr. Mariscal, this is your initial appearance, sir. You have been arrested on charges that allege theft of property or services with an incident date of October 9th. So this morning, as it appears to be the date that this is alleged. And so in order, you have the right to remain silent, sir. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. We're going to appoint the legal advocate to represent you, sir. And for the purpose of today's hearing, Ms. Rubin is seated to your left and she's going to assist. In order to prepare for this hearing, I reviewed the information supplied by pretrial services. I reviewed the state's recommendation, which requests a $2,500 bond plus release to pretrial services in the event that that bond is posted. We've also reviewed the interim complaint, and I do have a question about the interim complaint. So the interim complaint lists an allegation of theft of means of transportation, but the citation is incorrectly listed as 13-1802A2, which is theft, and is otherwise supported by the facts as indicated and sworn out in the interim complaint. So the court's inclination is to strike of means of transportation on the interim complaint and just make it a theft count. Is there anyone that opposes that?
No.
Okay. All right, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it right now in court. Okay, so moving on, we have the state's recommendation. Ms. Rubin, your position, ma'am?
Yes, that you release into the supervision of pretrial services. He's got one prior felony conviction from 1988. And he does have a place to stay. So again, we ask for release.
Okay. Mr. Mariscal, I am going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services, but I am going to impose certain conditions and I need you to follow them. You're going to be ordered to possess no firearms or weapons, consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, submit to monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial services. You are to have no contact with the alleged victims, not to return to the incident locations. You understand all that, sir?
Yes, I do.
Your next hearing, sir, is going to be a preliminary hearing. That's going to be on October 29th at 1:30 in the afternoon. You're going to get paperwork that explains all this. You do have the legal advocate that's been appointed to represent you, sir. So just, stay in contact with your attorney. Important to note that if you fail to appear at that hearing on the if you fail to appear at future hearings, then it's possible a warrant could issue for your arrest, sir, and you could find yourself back in custody. That's all I have for you, sir. You have a good day.
It's your next word. You'll get paperwork. Talk to you later.
Rios, are you still there?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please tell me your name.
Scott Michael Rios.
All right, Mr. Rios. I am seeing you on a couple different matters here. So the first alleges possession of a narcotic drug alleged to have occurred yesterday on October 8th. That's a class 4 felony. Additionally, I'm seeing you on a shoplifting matter that is alleged to have occurred on January 1st, 2025. It also appears that you have a variety of probation violation warrants out of Tucson City Court. And so we're going to start with the felony, work through the other matters. So you have the right to remain silent, sir. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney at all proceedings on the case. And Ms. Rubin is going to assist you for the purpose of today's hearing. But we are appointing the legal defender to represent you at future matters, sir. And in order to prepare, I've reviewed the information from pretrial services, the interim complaint, and the state's recommendation, which requests a $2,500 bond, plus release to pretrial services
Your Honor.
as posted. Yes, Mr. Poston.
Your Honor, 2 questions. Given all the probation violation warrants, are there any holds on this individual?
Pretrial jail, do you note any holds for Mr. Rios?
No, we don't. No holds.
Okay, thank you very much.
State amendment to PTS and screen for stuff.
Okay, thank you, sir. Ms. Rubin?
We concur with that.
Okay, Mr. Rios, unfortunately, I don't mean to be the fly in the ointment, but you have a variety of probation matters that you appear to be non-compliant on. And so for that reason, I'm going to impose a relatively nominal bond on your new felony arrest, sir. That's going to be a $500 bond. It's going to be a cash or secured bond with release to pretrial services if you post that. You, sir, are ordered, if you find yourself out of custody, to possess no firearms or weapons, consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, submit to monitoring or treatment by pretrial services as directed. And additionally, sir, it appears that you may be eligible for a program called STEPS. This is a drug treatment program where if you do what the program asks of you, it might be possible, not promising, but it might be possible for the charge to be dismissed. Are you interested in participating in that, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so your next hearing, sir, is going to be a STEPS review hearing. Or a STEPS hearing on the 16th, 1 week from today at 9 o'clock in the morning. Your preliminary hearing is on October 20th, 2025, 1:30 in the afternoon. So that takes care of the felonies. I'm now going to talk to you about the city court stuff. Thanks. All right, so I'm going to first talk about a Miranda matter that I'm seeing. So, sir, it looks like you have a matter out of Miranda that relates to a shoplifting charge. On that, sir, I am going to just given the different matters that you have going on, sir, I'm going to hold you in custody on a $250 bond on that. I'm going to appoint an attorney, and that is going to be Janet Altschuler to represent you. And your next hearing, sir, is going to be a video review hearing. I believe it's going to be a video review hearing today, actually today at noon. So it'll be happening pretty quick. And Ms. Altschuler will represent you for that purposes, sir. And if you were to bond out in that case, find yourself out of custody, then it's important to note that if you fail to appear, a warrant could issue for your arrest. You could find yourself back in custody. You understand all that, sir?
Yes.
Okay, that takes care of that. Now, city court, last but not least. Sir, it looks like you've got a variety of charges out of city court that date back, some of them date back to 2019. I see cases from 2019, 2020, 2021, and okay, and 2024. And specifically, these stem from a probation to revoke, or excuse me, a petition to revoke probation that you're now before the court on. And that alleges that on June 24, 2024, you were a judge guilty of certain offenses, including domestic violence, assault, shoplifting, domestic violence, criminal damage, shoplifting, and other charges, and that you were placed on probation for 12 months running from that date, and that you were provided a copy of those probations and so forth. And then the allegation further states that while on probation, you failed to complete an intake, you failed to complete domestic violence treatment and counseling, and you failed to complete substance abuse, alcohol, and evaluation and treatment. So that is the allegations within the petition, sir. As to those matters, just a second. The interdenials as it relates to the petition, sir, you are presumed innocent of those allegations. I am going to set a bond in the amount of $500 on those matters. In the event that you are out of custody, sir, you are ordered not to consume any alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs, possession of firearms, and your next court date is going to be a video review at 1:45 in the afternoon on October 17th. All right. And I'm appointing the city public defender to represent you, sir. So you'll have an attorney from the city public defender's office to help you out with these probation matters. And important to note, sir, that while you are being held today, if you fail to appear at any future hearings in city court, Marana, Superior Court, any of those, a new warrant is likely to issue for your arrest. You could find yourself back in custody and facing perhaps a lengthier stay. Okay, thank you very much, sir. You are excused.
Rodriguez.
How you doing?
Good morning. Just a moment, sir, please.
All right. Morning, sir.
Okay, sir, can you please tell me your name?
Antonio Rodriguez.
Okay, just a moment, sir. Okay, sir, I'm seeing you on a variety of matters. Can I get this? Thank you.
They submitted this separately, Your Honor, and
Yes.
should have received it.
Got it. We're working on it right now. Just got it handed to me. Okay, so Mr. Rodriguez, I'm seeing you on a variety of matters. This is your initial appearance. You are being seen on a variety of felony level domestic violence offenses that are alleged to have occurred on 4 different dates. Three different dates. The first set of offenses are alleged to have occurred on September 13th, 2025, include allegations of DV kidnapping, aggravated domestic violence, aggravated harassment as an act of domestic violence, aggravated assault in violation of a protective order alleged to be an act of domestic violence. Additionally, from that same date, I show in another count of aggravated domestic violence in violation of a protection order, and aggravated harassment alleged to be an act of domestic violence. Then from October 7th, so 2 days ago, I show an allegation of domestic violence kidnapping, aggravated harassment, and aggravated domestic violence. And then finally, from yesterday, another count of domestic violence, kidnapping, aggravated harassment, and aggravated domestic violence. So you have the right to remain silent, sir. Anything you say about this case can be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney at all proceedings. Ms. Rubin is going to help you out for the purpose of today's case, hearings, I should say. But we are appointing the public defender to represent you going forward. And so in order to prepare for this morning's hearing, I have reviewed the information supplied by pretrial services, the 4 interim complaints that detail the allegations on these new arrests, and also the state's recommendation, which appears to be $75,000 bond as to each of the matters, but concurrent across all 4 of the cases. Do I have that right, Mr. Poston? And do you wish to say anything further?
Yes and no.
Okay, thank you very much. And Ms. Rubin.
So, he would not stay with the alleged victim in this case. He indicates he's employed and, other than that, don't have additional information at this time. We'll talk to his attorney about that when he sees his attorney.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Rodriguez, sir, I'm going to hold you on a bond of $60,000 as to each of the 4 cases, so $60,000 each. However, they are going to be concurrent to one another, so it'll be one $60,000 bond in total. And in the event that you post that bond, sir, you're going to be supervised by pretrial services. You must submit to any sort of monitoring or treatment or directives as they suggest. You're ordered to commit no further acts of domestic violence, possess no firearms or weapons, consume no alcohol or illegal drugs. You are to have no contact with the alleged victims whatsoever. That means no contact at all, whether you're in or out of the jail. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Additionally, you were ordered not to go back to the victim's residence or work or the incident location. And so that takes care of those cases, sir. And additionally, your next hearing will be a preliminary hearing. That's going to be on October 20th at 1:30 in the afternoon in Pima County Superior Court. You must show up for that in the event that you find yourself out of custody, sir, you must show up for future court dates. If you do not do that, then a warrant could issue for your arrest. You will likely find yourself back in custody. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. You are excused.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, because this is in my apartment.
Okay, you'll talk to you later.
I got my lawyer.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay,
All
okay,
right.
good.
You have a good one. You have a good one, Drew.
Yes, sir, you too.
Neil.
Sir, are you Mr. Tennille?
Yes.
Okay, just a moment. And could you please just tell me your full name?
Anthony Joseph Tennille.
All right, Mr. Peniel, this is your initial appearance, sir. You've been arrested on new charges that allege that you possessed a narcotic drug for sale, you possessed a dangerous drug, possessed a narcotic drug, and then also possessed drug paraphernalia, sir. You have the right to remain silent, sir. Anything you say about this case could be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. And for the purpose of today's hearing, actually, I'm sorry, it looks like, well, for the purpose of today's hearing, you're going to be assisted by Ms. Rubin, who's seated to your left, but it looks like you may have a contract attorney, Doug Taylor. Do I have that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Taylor is appointed to represent you, sir, as to this new matter. In order to prepare for this hearing, I have reviewed the information supplied by pretrial services, the interim complaint and the allegations therein. And additionally, the state's recommendation is that you be held without bond pursuant to Article 2, Section 22 of the Arizona Constitution. Mr. Poston, anything further you'd like to add, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Rubin?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, in light of that, sir, I'm going to be holding you without bond for today's sake. Under Arizona law, if you are released on a felony offense, and then while on release for that felony offense, you are alleged to have committed a new felony offense, then the law says that you must be held without bond. For today's sake, that is the court's order. I'm going to set a no bond hearing that's going to be on October 14th. That's next Tuesday at 2:30 in the afternoon, where that can be contested. Sometimes that hearing goes forward, where there's a witness called and so forth for the state to attempt to meet its burden, and therefore have you held without bond after that hearing. Sometimes it doesn't go forward, and it just turns into an argument for what an appropriate bond amount would be. In any event, that's next Tuesday's problem. For today's sake, you are held without bond, sir. And your next hearing besides that is going to be a preliminary hearing at 1:30 in the afternoon in Pima County Superior Court. And if I haven't said this already, if you do find yourself in a position to post a bond and you are released, you're going to be ordered not to possess any firearms or weapons, consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, and that covers it. One last thing, sir. So in the event that you find yourself out of custody, sir, it's really important that you stay in contact with your attorney and that you come to any and all future court dates, because if you fail to appear in the future, a new warrant could issue for your arrest. Do you understand? All right. Thank you very much, sir. You are excused.